Okay, Sid, looks like, been 2 weeks, made a lot of progress, it looks like.
Made a lot of progress for what we've had, for what equipment we've had and the people we've had in here. Yes, we'd have, yeah.
So, was it any trouble getting the logging company organized?
No, it really wasn't. That was sent to us, a name was sent to us through some of my people in one of my churches, and they agreed to come down. He got a guilt trip put onto him, so he came on down here to work on it.
Wow. So that's, so are you just like, hey, free lumber?
Well, not quite free. I was said free, but we are getting paid for the trees as they take them out of here. Don't know, not sure how much it will be, but we are under contract with them to get the trees out.
Okay. And so, kind of disappointing getting all those trees out, I guess.
Yeah, it is, but you can always look, you can take ashes and it becomes beauty, and that's what I look at. When you look at Lakeview now, that's our title. Now that you almost see the lake anywhere from the camp with the trees all gone. So there is beauty in that as well.
And it looks like you're having other trees taken down as well.
Yeah, there's some of them we're afraid they're leaner, they're sitting out all by themselves, they've been damaged, and just be better off to take them out instead of leaving a few of them out there stacked, because I'm afraid they'll come back down again.
Well, when you got a single tree standing.
Single tree standing, and they've already had a windstorm put across them, that weakens them in that aspect.
Right. So, are you farther along than you thought? Not as far along?
I think we're as far along as I can be with what it is. You can tell we've done a lot of progress in the 2 weeks that it's been here. It's just waiting to get the lumber out of here. That's been our biggest drawback, and that's what's slowing us down. And the restoration of buildings and stuff is coming. They're working on the worship center now, restoring all inside. We're still waiting on bids on the outside on it to get it all started. But we had a lot of water damage inside from the rains, and they've already ripped stuff out and going back with new stuff already. So that progress, as long as I'm trying to make sure that building is ready for summertime.
So this, how many buildings were damaged?
I think we had 5 buildings that were damaged, and lost the roof totally off of one. One building has been totally destroyed. It's just they're damaged to the frame and stuff, and they've already gone to zero it out. We put in a new archery range and rifle range last year. It took a pretty good hit on it. We've got to replace it. The worship center, of course, was hit. And then with our laundry building, the tree came across it, put a few holes in the top of the roof of it. But that's, for what came across and what was here, we're very blessed that the Lord didn't do anything, that He was able to protect us in that aspect.
Yeah, and of course it's going to change the look of the place. But
drastically changed the look of the place. It's a whole different looking when you used to come in with 300 trees, and at least 300 now is down on the ground. And it's sad to see, but we started a campaign to replant the trees and a campaign to help raise money to help offset the deductibles and stuff on our insurance.
So I guess you guys will just remain closed while all this is going on?
No, we've got groups starting to come in this weekend. Once we got that sewer line that you took pictures of earlier, that feeds half the camp or 3/4 of the camp. Now that we've got it up and running, we're going to have groups starting to come in next weekend.
Okay.
How about probably close to 100 something here next weekend.
Oh, okay. Good deal. Well, it's good that you can get back in operation.
Yeah, very well, very good. Very well blessed. The Lord's provided in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I would say. And then you're running the dump truck.
I'm running the dump truck. I have to do whatever I have to. You just do what you have to when it's in camp ministry. You got to have many hats.
That's it. Yeah, apparently so.
Uh-huh.
Because last time you were on a golf cart, a little bit of a contrast.
Yeah, I moved up in size.
And then, and I guess over here where you're putting in this little path that's covering up the sewer line, did there used to be a bridge there?
There used to be a bridge there. It got taken out a year and a half ago. We never got it back to replace it. We were fixing to do that. Now that it came back in, this storm came back in and knocked everything over again, so we're just going to go ahead and put it in permanently. Even though there's not any trees, we're going to still put it in where it's underground, because it was exposed in the air.
So, did you think you'd get back in operation this quickly?
Yes, in some ways. No, in other ways. It was depending on how fast we could get that sewer line in. The sewer line was holding us back, and my son with his company coming out and us, was able to get it back a whole lot quicker.
So it's, do you still have enough structures left to carry on?
Oh, yes. The damage of the buildings we have, since we didn't get damage on most of the buildings the other way, we can still house people, and we're still ready for summer camp for the end of May.
Oh, yeah, okay. Do you have several camps coming up? Or?
This summer we'll have probably close to 12 to 13 camps with a total of about 5,000 kids coming through here for the summer.
And I guess that kind of happens every year.
Happens every year, year in, year out.
All right. Well, good deal. I'm glad you can work it all out and get all that stuff going again.
The Lord provides.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you much.